For the new subscribers, the point of having this small pond start to seal up is I'm experimenting and seeing how I can seal a larger pond. But not only that, when the monsoons came, my driveway held water here, and now it'll just drain into here so my driveway doesn't flood, and any excess can just run down the swell here around the perimeter of the property. And behind the root cellar there is the large pond where the water ends up. So I've got to get some barbed wire and a tamper. I've got the bags on the way. And as soon as that shows up, I can start to work on the root cellar here. And then just behind it, here's the pond. And today I laid down, a couple inches of compost across the entire bottom to speed up the process for when I move the pigs over to here to help me seal it. In order to safely defrost this goat leg, I'm just going to put it in this ice chest and let it defrost until tomorrow morning. Then we'll throw it into roast. The compost that I laid down was what was in the pig pen over the entire winter. So I didn't clean the pig pen out for, like 3 months over the winter. And all of that, I just piled it up out here a couple months ago while I started to dig the pond. And that's what I put at the bottom. And in the small pond here that's starting to hold water, that's what I did in there. I put down compost and then some mud and then clay and then the pigs. So over here, I put down all that compost, and I'm not going to use the clay because I have the pigs. It was an attempt to seal it with just the clay, but with the compost, and then you see on the top layer here, there's just all kinds of pig manure that they're putting in, and that's what they're squishing down and, tamping the surface to seal it. So yesterday, before I've put water in here, it'll hold it for about 4 hours. But yesterday, I had water in there 12 hours later, just about like a 3-foot puddle. And I kind of thought this morning when I woke up it'd still be there, but it wasn't. But that is a lot of progress. And the pigs have only been in there for about a week. So I would imagine with a couple months of them in there, we should have a sealed pond, and then we can get them over there. I wish I could get them over there sooner to the large pond, but I may as well finish the job, So we'll see what happens. This morning I was out watering the Hugelkultur, the first one I built, and I finally seen some sprouts on it. See 2 sprouts right here on the side. We got something right here. Oh, there's a little sprout up top. I planted pretty early and was afraid that it was too cold, but some stuff is starting to sprout, and then inside the hoop house there's a lot. Last week I started on a Hugelkultur behind the first composting bin, and then decided since then to make it a longer, larger Hugelkultur and to put a matching one behind the other composting bin next to it. So I started with large odd-shaped logs, and then branches, and then compost. And these 2 Hugelkulturs have a lot more compost in them than the first one that I did. I have 8 tangerine seeds that I've been trying to germinate and get to sprout, and I've moved them into the hoop house. While I cut out the tree behind the chicken coop, I did some landscaping and opened up the area around the tree here. One benefit to cutting out this tree and opening up this entire space here would possibly allow me space for 2 bays of a, 2 10 by 10 foot bays to a small shed that I could store items in for the garden area. So I could possibly build a smaller shed like this one. If you like the content, check out the links below for products that I make here on my homestead. Red tea blend, blue tea blend, green tea blend. I make a corn flour that's a little chunkier than normal. It's delicious. I've also written 3 books, so check out those links on my website. That's all for now. Make sure you tune into my next video where I'll be cooking up that goat leg in a roast, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.